So the first thing we're going to talk about is internet choices. A lot of people come to me and start talking to me about how to protect their kids on the internet, and the first place I typically start with them is, well, which internet service are you using? Here locally, it's common that someone's either using Cable One or they're using CenturyLink. My recommendation is Cable One. I'll get to why that is, but let me first just talk about my basic setup. I use Cable One. Obviously, they have a variety of packages and services, and that's going to be unique to each family. But then when you have Cable One, essentially you have a modem. And this is the device that takes in the internet from a coaxial cable that comes into your house. The internet comes through this device, and you can rent one from Cable One or you can buy one. My recommendation is to go to Costco or Amazon or someplace like that and just simply buy one. So this is the modem. Once you have a modem, you're going to use a Ethernet cable and plug that into some sort of router. Now, my recommendation is the router I'm currently using. It's significantly less than when I purchased it back in 2005. Um, but this is a incredibly robust router that can handle if you have 5 kids or um, 30 devices in your home. This router is a tri-band or 3 bandwidths, uh, 2.5 gigahertz and one 2.4 gigahertz, and these are, I mean, for people who eyes just glazed over, these are just basically different bands that devices in your home can connect wirelessly to this router. Um, People ask me which one I recommend. This is the one I recommend, but obviously you can go to Costco, you can go and buy your own. Netgear make most of the people I have been speaking to lately have gone to Costco and just bought a Netgear router. That's fine as well. I'm probably going to show you. You're going to see mine as I do these screencasts, and it's the one I recommend, and I'll talk a little bit about why I recommend it as well. But at this price, this is actually a really good price on this router. Um, and so this is my setup, internet setup. Cable One, a modem that I own. Don't lease it from Cable One. If you do that, you just end up paying $5 a month for way too long. And then buy some sort of ASUS or Netgear router that you control. Now the other option, and what a lot of people um, seem to start out with when they're not suddenly concerned about controlling their network, is CenturyLink. And maybe this works fine for a lot of people. You can get this to work with a lot of the tools I'm talking about. I don't know. I'm sure if anybody needs help with this, we could sit down and figure out the details of it. But my one of the issues I have with CenturyLink is that they force you into a particular modem. Unlike Cable One, where you can go out and select your own modem, they force you into a small funnel of modems that you can use, and it's typically a combination modem router. So they not only do they control which modem you have, they also control which router you have. With Cable One, you actually have a wide variety um, of options with your modem. And if you just go to Google and type Cable One modem support, there's a list of them that will come up. And this is actually a pretty significant list. And again, this is just the modem. But any of these Eris modems that you see in this list, and like I was saying, they sell these at Costco, are perfectly fine. But with CenturyLink, they sell you a single box, and I'm sure this is for simplicity, that is a modem and a router in one. And the software that they run on that is sort of proprietary to CenturyLink. And you just have less control, the quality of the modem's less, the amount of clients being like if you have kids with 10 phones and 10 iPads and all sorts of things, those things are going to have more difficult of a time connecting to a router that only has one channel. Again, the router I showed you had 3 channels, so I can get a ton more devices connected. So both we could make both work, but cable one is definitely easier to deal with, and I think the choices to be able to control your network and filter and tweak it and adjust it to your family is you're going to have a better option with cable one. So that's just kind of an overview of the internet choices.